self-inflicted crime against BRS? Has the freedom given to MLAs become Bhasmasura's hand? People's revolt against MLA who became vassal rulers. In the state of Telangana, Chief Minister Kalvakuntala Chandrasekhara Rao, drawing on all his experience, tried to provide full freedom to the legislators in the governance of the state and to provide prudent governance. In the constituencies of the MLAs, the responsibility of supervising and reviewing all the work like governance, development, welfare etc. has been entrusted to the local legislators without any interference with the ministers. Most of the constituencies have had only one legislator in the last 10 years. Or in case of defeat, all the powers are indirectly handed over to the defeated MLA candidate who is party leader and not to the MLAs of the opposition parties. They all said that there were verbal orders that employees from the level of collector, SP to constable, and clerk should also run in the eyes of the MLA or the defeated candidate who is a party in arch. Similarly, the legislators who are in the opposition have taken care of everything by themselves without even a minimum proto period, and those who have lost, now the same powers, are chasing as Bhasmasura Hastam in the elections. With power, the village-level workers whom they had neglected then are today standing in the way of the party's success. Legislators from Mori to Ghori, all of whom have their own agenda, ignoring even Sarpanch, ward member, MPTC, ZPTC in the villages, are struggling in this election. Even the village-level worker who is sincere and devoted to the party is unable to stand up because the party seat is given to the same person again. Leaders and activists who cannot get any respect and value in the villages as a leader are not coming forward to campaign in favor of the candidate. Looking at the spiritual gatherings that have taken place in various constituencies, it is seen that the inherent dissatisfaction among the activists towards the respective legislators is coming to the fore. Observers feel that the party cadre is torn between unyielding loyalty to the party leader and helplessness to sell their self-respect. Even though the party observers understand the pain of the lower-level workers in many places, they say that they are also in a situation where they cannot do anything. Where is the activists who survived the Telangana cause? Those who have been sticking to the cause of Telangana for the past years without expecting a party ticket, those who have not been in the party since the movement period, but many people who have worked for the victory of the party as agents of the party, the legislators who put aside the power religion and gave preference to contractors and brokers, are now facing criticism from everyone. 80 were the leaders of public organizations and Democrats of that time. Many intellectuals and people from the community have faced many hardships for decades with the cause of Telangana, without fear of police cases during the Congress government. At their own expense, they have carried out the Telangana Naza and continuously carried out the movement even where the Tersa party did not exist. Today there is no place in the Jaja party. Party favors aside, the lack of a place in the local programs with minimal courtesy comes up for discussion locally. The leaders who made politics a kingdom of power brokers and contractors during the regime of Congress and TDP have again joined India after the movement and are undermining the real movement leaders, intellectuals, and leaders of public associations. When there is a role of public associations and intellectuals in politics, the influence of money decreases. As long as politics is all about money, land grabs and payri, it will be difficult for democracy to survive. Are the traitors in power? It may not be an exaggeration to say that more than 90% of the leaders contesting the elections today are stooges of the then TDP and Congress government, trying to undermine the then Telangana movement. During the movement, even though there was pressure from the people to resign, the leaders who ignored it and turned away were the ones who rose to glory. This trend not only sends wrong signals among the youth, but also supports the idea that political power can be gained after earning money through corruption and illegal means. The leaders who are supposed to lead the society towards high ideals are making the people believe with lies day in and day out and trying to arouse emotions during the elections to come to power, which makes the youth averse to politics. If we look at the political history of the last 2 or 3 decades, the participation of young people in politics has reduced to a great extent. All of them belong to Lapan communities, land grabbers, goons, roadie sheeters. The number of leaders with a criminal history of murder and rape will increase. Antisocial elements only become leaders. With the policies of economic liberalization, the society as a whole tends towards earning dollars. Rather than the upliftment of the lower classes in the society, there is a greater inclination towards material comforts, electronic goods, and other communication media that provide temporary pleasure. The social life of 1960 to 90s, social associations that think with a positive attitude towards the system, literary creation is lacking. This corporate system has changed the youth as they unwittingly immerse themselves in a fantasy world. The words and feelings of social responsibility, social consciousness, patriotism, dharma, and the name of race are being used by the youth to evoke medieval ideas and to tear the society into pieces. The leaders of the government, who should run with public welfare as their goal and ambition, are sidetracking the real problems of the society by creating a wedge between races and religions. For politicians, power is more important than society. For that, issues and topics are brought forward according to the sentiments of the people and according to the time. Instead of the main needs of human being, egg, shade, cell phone, internet, entertainment programs, and colorful imaginations, people have been made in such a way that they unknowingly get caught in that vicious circle. By inciting religious, dharma, ethnic, regional and linguistic hatreds and trying to get votes, youth has become lazy and the power of thinking has been destroyed. The middle-aged Democrats should be the guides. All those who were present during the Telangana movement were in the age group of 45 to 65 years. The youth between 20 and 30 years of age has been thrown into the maelstrom of US dollars by this society and held captive in the captivity of corporate schools. Without proper understanding of society, unable to withstand the pressure of prisons called Vidyalayas, unable to understand the meaning of the sacrifices made by the generation before them, they are worried about what will happen to them and are addicted to alcohol and drugs. All this is the effect of today's politics. There is no answer to the question of which party it is,